Miraculous is known for its romance, but which ship is the best? Is it Rose and Julica? Is it Alyanino? Or is it Mary Chat? You'll have to stay tuned to see. Hey everyone, I'm your host Wiley. Welcome to AnimePuffz. Today we are going to be ranking all official Miraculous Ladybug ships. So if you like this video, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Share if you care. Let's get to it. Also, exciting news, AnimePuffz is now on Patreon. So you can follow me on Patreon. I have multiple tiers. All of them are affordable. The cheapest tier is only $1. $1 means that you just want to support AnimePuffz and keep the lights on. You would like to be a part of the AnimePuffz Discord group where we talk about like a variety of topics. And you also gain early access to AnimePuffz videos. If you'd like to support me, you can find me on Patreon. And of course, this is just optional, but thank you so much. To my knowledge, there are 13 official ships. If there are more, my apologies if I didn't include it, but we can talk about it in the comment section, but yeah. So for me, number 13 is Emily and Gabriel. So Emily and Gabriel, honestly, their romance is the reason why this whole show started. For some reason, we don't know yet. Emily is basically either unconscious or kind of dead. And Gabriel Gress is using the Moth Miraculous in order to capture the Ladybug and Cat Miraculous in order to awaken his bride. Or in order to awaken his wife. Honestly, this ship is pure and utter trash. The only thing that possibly comes close to it is the Natalie and Gabriel ship. But the show hasn't really announced whether or not that ship is official. They kind of play around with it, but don't know yet. We don't know, like, I don't know yet if it's real, so I'm not going to mention that. I just find it very sus that Gabriel is keeping his wife inside of his home without anyone really knowing about this and hiding it from the rest of the family. Like, Adrian doesn't even know what's going on with his own mom. And I'm not sure whether or not this is, like, extremely creepy and, you know, Gabriel's just keeping his wife inside of an incubator for the hell of it, or if he is actually kind of like holding on to her in order to nurse her back to health, and she isn't like in an incubator to bring her back from death or like to prevent her from dying, but the show decided not to add the tubes is what I'm kind of thinking. I don't know. Either way, it's pretty dark that he's keeping it a secret from Adrian. And then also, Adrian has hinted multiple times that, you know, Gabriel Gress has been cold for some time now. So my question is, like, Gabriel's wife hasn't been unconscious for that long. So how long has Gabriel been mistreating Adrian? So does that mean that Gabriel has always mistreated Adrian or mistreated Adrian from a young age? Because the show says that Adrian hasn't gone to school. Season 1 was his first time actually attending school. So was Emily allowing Gabriel to abuse their son? Or was she an abuse victim herself? But either way, last spot on this list. I am going to get heat for number 12, but here we go. Number 12 for me is Adrianette. I'm going to explain to you why. So I do like the charm that Adrianette had in season 1. I think it was awesome. But honestly, Marinette is willing to, you know, try to get rid of Adrian's friend and isolate him so she can have him for herself, which is not a healthy relationship. And then also, Adrian kind of downplays his feelings for Marinette, so that's not cool either. So it's like he's like flirting with her and, you know, kind of leading her on, and then he pulls back and pulls away. So it's like mixed signals. Whether or not he knows that he's hurting Marinette, he is, so not the greatest relationship. He's kind of oblivious, or he's not, at this time, emotionally intelligent enough to handle Marinette. And there's also like no boundaries between them, especially when it's coming from Marinette's side. So ring slow. Number 11, y'all gonna come for me again, Ladrian. Not a fan of this ship. Honestly, Ladybug violates Adrian's privacy all the time. She's come into his house multiple times without his permission. It brings up the issue of, you know, consent, burglary, breaking the law, abuse of power, so many issues with this. And it just seems like, you know, Adrian also has like an unhealthy, you know, relationship with Ladybug in a sense, because he kind of has like a obsession with her, because Adrian, you know, in his mind, you know, knows that he is Cat Noir and that he works with Ladybug, so why is he keeping pictures of his colleague in his room, like a whole bunch of pictures? It's weird. So they're both pretty strange. Number 10, y'all gonna be really mad with this one, but Ladybug and Cat Noir would be number 10 for me. The reason is because while I do want them to be endgame, I do like them together. There's just no respect between the two of them, or there's little respect. Some of the respect started to grow a little bit more or improve in the United Heroes special after that like big blowout. However, I'm gonna need to see more of an improved pattern. Like, Ladybug talks down to Cat Noir. Again, she's put her hands on him. She's not the best when it comes to him. Like, she's very, like, verbally aggressive towards him, so I don't like that. When it comes to Cat Noir, he doesn't know how to respect her boundaries. At the end of the day, if she says no, she says to stop calling her names. He needs to stop calling her names, and then also she needs to do the same. Like, she has to treat people the way she wants to be treated. If she doesn't like the name calling, then she shouldn't be calling him Kitty as well, but he really needs to know when no means no, stop means stop. And then also with Cat Noir, what I will say is that although he has been, like, really honest with Ladybug and straightforward with her, and he's told her multiple times when she's wrong, I really do appreciate that about him. He'll tell her when she's wrong, and then he'll also build her back up and support her. He needs to put down a firmer hand, and he needs to take control of the situation when she's not able to do so, or when her emotions are running high. He needs to be the one to step in. That's what a partner does. So he can't demand all these he can't demand more power and to lead when he hasn't shown leadership capabilities. So that part. On the surface, I think that these two may really love each other. It seems like Cat really cares for her, and he loves, you know, her even when she's being difficult. And I think that, you know, although Ladybug doesn't realize it and she's trying to stay loyal to her love Adrian, I think she does have feelings for him, even though she's trying to, like, hide it. I think that, you know, the show is trying to showcase that they have feelings for each other. So on the surface, they have feelings for each other. But when we do a deep dive, that's when things get a little muddy. I think that this show is trying to showcase us that they like each other, but deep down, I don't know. I know Cat likes her, but I don't know if Ladybug and Marinette like him. But for the sake of this video, we're gonna keep going. If anything, Ladybug and Marinette have a crush on Cat. Number 9, Adrian and Kagami. I used to ship them because I ship multiple people. I like when the way people interact with each other, and I like to compare their personalities and see whether or not they're compatible. I thought these two were compatible because of their backgrounds. They have fun together. They understand each other. I thought they had a good friendship, so I thought they would go good together. But after the United Heroes special, where Adrian was not paying Kagami any type of attention, doesn't focus on her for the rest of the movie, so I don't think that he has feelings for her anymore, despite the Love Eater and Miracle Queen episodes. So I have to rank that number 9. Although they could have been something special, even though I know that Cat's heart, or even though I know that Adrian's heart belongs to Ladybug. Number 8, Mark and Nathaniel. If you follow me, you know how I feel about them, or if you're subscribed to me, you know how I feel about them. At the end of the day, I think that they're extremely compatible with each other on the surface level. Like, they both have similar interests, they complement each other, they look good together, they seem to be very chummy with each other, and they seem to have what the other person needs. Like, Mark is very soft and gentle, he is very patient is what it seems like. Now when it comes to Nathaniel, Nathaniel is very quick to react, but he's also very passionate, and I think that balances out, and they'll be able to balance each other out in a sense. However, I do fear that, you know, maybe Nathaniel's personality may be too much for Mark, so if they can keep the balance, that'll be good. But if Nathaniel overpowers Mark, it's just going to be someone who is loud and boisterous, who, you know, has shown in the past, who kind of has a propensity to become violent, with someone who is meek and mild and gentle. So if they can find the balance, that's good. If not, I'm not going to rank that, like, high on my list. But I do like the idea of a gay relationship being shown in the mass media or in the mainstream media. So they look cute together. It's cute, but I just fear for Mark. Mark needs to learn how to stand up for himself, and I think I need to see that more in the show. His ability to stand up for himself. And then I'll let it rock. Number 7, Marinette and Luca. I would have put, you know, Nathaniel and Mark above Marinette and Luca, but it's like, you know, Nathaniel has shown the ability to become verbally violent towards Mark before, so I was like, oh, I can't put that above Marinette and Luca, because although there's like something like a little shifty going on with their ship, Marinette has yet to like lash out on Luca, although she does have the possibility, she does show the possibility of one day doing so. Same thing goes for Luca, but Mark and Nathaniel have shown like their ability to become angry at each other, whereas this couple hasn't. So when it comes to Marinette and Luca, y'all know I was shipping it for a little bit, until I really started to realize that, yo, like, Luca, he doesn't really stand up for himself. He's just too laid back, and and he gives off nice guy vibes, which can be a great thing, you know, if he's really supportive of Marinette. What I like between them is that they're trying to build a solid foundation. However, I worry that Luca is too much of a pushover to really stand up and tell Marinette how he feels, and I worry that he's going to have some built-up anger against Marinette that will one day lead him to become akumatized. And then as for Marinette, she needs to stop obsessing over Adrien and just, you know, have confidence in herself and just feel the vibe with Luca. He obviously likes her, but she's too, you know, boggled down, and allowing her fear of rejection to just boggle her down and hold her down and prevent her from actually giving herself and giving her emotions to Luca. I think that they could be a great couple. The only thing I do worry sometimes is that, you know, although Luca is very accepting, he is very chill. And Marinette is like upbeat and quirky, so it's like, I feel like sometimes when she's with him, she is a like serene version of herself. But I fear that she's not truly being herself because she's very quirky. So I want her to be that bubbly Marinette that I know, instead of that, you know, chilled down, slowed down version of Marinette. I want the quirkiness. But as I said before, I do like them. I like the way they were, you know, defending each other in the Silencer episode. I love how Luca is there for her. Okay, number 6, Tom and Sabine. I think their relationship from the outside is very cute. I think that they do really love each other. They love being parents. They seem to be very open with each other and open-minded people. Both give out amazing advice to Marinette most of the time. When it comes to their dynamic, Tom is very outspoken. He is, you know, the strong patriarchal like figure in Marinette's life and in his family. He can at times be like a teddy bear who is willing to protect and comfort his daughter. Marinette's mother seems to be very level-headed, soft and gentle. And she just seems to be like a down-to-earth, like approachable mom. So I like that aspect, and these two seem to really, really love each other. But looking at it a little deeper, Tom talks most of the time, and Tom is like, while they're both active, it seems like Tom is more active in Marinette's life. Like, he's the one going to Marinette's school to speak. So I just wish that we saw more of Sabine. I'm just wondering why that disconnect is there, and I need the show to fix that, because it just seems like Tom's personality is overbearing and it overshadows Sabine's personality, and she is very submissive, so she just plays her role and plays the back seat, and unless he's not in the picture for the moment, well, like if he's not in the house, if he's not in the room, then she talks to Marinette. But I would like to see more of Sabine shining and being more of a presence in Marinette's life. But from the outside, they're cute or whatevers. Number 5, Mary Chat. If you watched my MLB Love Square video, you know that this was my favorite out of the, you know, MLB Love Square. I just love, like, this is very dark, but I just love how Kat keeps talking trash about Ladybug to Marinette, or like hinting, making little hints and little gestures about Ladybug to Marinette, and Marinette shades him. It's kind of funny. And it's going to be so funny once they realize each other's secret identities, or like each other's true selves. That is going to be hilarious. That's going to be so funny. I just love their verbal banter. I think Kat is a little bit of a player, but like Marinette is not here for it. And honestly, if we look deep enough, I kind of feel like, you know, Marinette's true self is Marinette. Ladybug is just a heightened version of herself, or a more confident version of herself. But they're both very similar. I just see like, you know, Ladybug being an idealized version of herself. But when it comes to Kat, Adrien is just a facade. Kat is the person. So I like the idea of Marinette and Kat linking up together, because it's like, those are the true people. That's the center, that's the core of who they are. Downsides to the ship, just quickly, it's just a debate of whether or not, like, if they can't love each other for who they both are they really in love? And also, like, Marinette does get a little snippy with her words, and there was the Weird Dad episode where Marinette kind of like lied and over exaggerated and ended up getting Kat beat up. And then with Kat had, you know, this romantic like display prepared for Ladybug, but he ends up giving it to Marinette, so that could be misleading. So, but I do like them together. I do. And Glaciator was so cute. And anytime they're together, it's like really funny. Like, I can't even be mad at Marinette shading him when he's most likely talking trash about Ladybug to her. So it's like, they both get each other. They both roast each other. I think that's That's the cool part. Aya and Nino, they would rank higher on my list because I think they have like so much passion and chemistry between the two. They both have similar backgrounds, they relate to each other, they look good together. I love how protective they are of each other. They have similar interests, similar hobbies. Nino blends right in with her family, with Aya's family, so I think that's all cute. And then Aya's really good with little kids, so she's good with her little sisters, and I think that she'll be really good with Nino's little brother Chris. Like, they're just like, they're really cute together, and they're both like very supportive of their friend. And Aya is very ambitious, so it's nice. I would think that it would be nice to have someone who's so supportive to, you know, balance her out, you know, and keep her level-headed, especially when things get really busy with her Ladybug. The reason why they are not like super high on my list is just because Aya has put her hands on Nino before, so don't want to encourage that. So, but I do like them together. I think they're so cute. Especially in the Volpina episode, that was like their highlight moment for me. Also, when they were like practicing like martial arts or like practicing fighting skills, I thought that was really cute. Number 3, Olympia and Barbara, aka Majestia and Night Owls from the United Heroes movie. I think their ship is so cute. I love that they are as close to an LGBTQ relationship as we've gotten in Miraculous. Like, they are so cute together. They are the perfect balance. Like, Barbara's very like stern, level-headed, and supportive, whereas Majestia is more emotional and sensitive, passionate. So they both balance each other out, and I just love their interaction in the United Heroes movie. So they are number 3 on my list. The only thing that I'm not too fond of about this relationship is that I wish that Majestia, we've only seen like Majestia in one special, but it just seemed like Barbara was the one doing all the disciplinary work. Like, can Majestia do a little bit too? So that, it, you know, being the bad cop isn't always Barbara's responsibility. Like, I need a little bit more of a balance. But I do love them. I love them so much. Number 2, Rose and Julica. This would have been my number 1, but I'm going to tell you all why. So for me, it's like, Rose and Julica keep being hinted at, but it's not official. Like, I want it to be said. I think that the world is becoming more progressive, even as regressive as it is. So I just wish Disney would just take the chance and just say it. Like, there's so many other shows who are just saying it. I want to have them say it. I want to see them kiss. I want to see them hold hands in front of the screen instead of in the background where it's blurry. I want to see them together. Make it more official. I need this in my life. But also because, you know, Rose and Julica are amazing. I think they complement each other. Like, again, girly girl Rose with punk, hardcore, like, punk rocker Julica, who doesn't seem to be really afraid of anything outside of, like, her being shy. Like, she likes monsters and, like, a whole bunch of, like, quirky, like, dark things. And again, Rose is always there for Julica, so I think that works perfectly. But I just wish sometimes that Julica would be there for Rose a little bit more on the screen and have them hold hands. Like, yes, we need this. Yes, Rose and Julica. I love it, love it, love it. Number 1, Milan and Ivan. I love them. They are like almost like perfect. Like, what? And the only downside that I can see for them is actually a positive. The downside is that they spend so much time together. So, like, too much time can be codependency, but I love them together. I understand why they want to be together. Milan does seem like she has some, I don't think that's exactly the case with Milan and Ivan, like the codependency, but because Milan has her own life, but it could be seen as that because they're always on screen together most of the time. But Milan has her own girl clique. She does her own thing. She seems to have a lot of patience, so that's perfect. And then Ivan is just like, again, he's another one who's very passionate. He writes her poems. He is protective of her. There's been multiple times where he's shielded her, or like his instant reaction is to go hug her to make sure that she's okay. Milan is able to talk Ivan down when he gets upset, is what I feel like. They are just perfect for each other. And can I say one thing too? Like, they're plus size representation on the screen. Like, they're both like, I don't know if you would call a man full figure, but they're like both kind of chunky. Love it. Please let me know which ships are your favorite. How would you order them? How would you rate them? And if you are interested in more videos, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe for more shit if you can. And please check me out on Patreon if you can. Cheapest tier is $1. Thank you so much. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.